This week is a bridge. On one side is the life you've been managing. On the other side is the life you're ready to own. If you're honest, the last few weeks have left you tired in a way that sleep doesn't fully fix. You've been carrying feelings about home, money, and your place in the world that you didn't have words for. This week gives you the words. It won't always feel gentle, but it will feel true. And truth is the thing that lets your body relax again. Early in the week, private energy runs low and your patience is thin. Think of Monday as a soft boot-up screen. Background processes are running, bills to review, subscriptions to cancel, groceries to plan, small repairs to schedule. You'll notice little leaks, automatic payments you don't use, patterns that don't reflect your values anymore. You won't want a lecture. You'll want a quick win. Start there. A cleaned-up bill, a canceled auto-renew, a tidied kitchen drawer, a simple home-cooked meal that reminds your nervous system what safe feels like. It's not about perfection. It's about telling your body, I'm in charge again. By Tuesday, you're pulled between two urges, to get things moving and to keep the peace. You can do both, but not by force. Tiny edits make big improvements today. The tone of one email, the order of one meeting, the way you ask for something at home. When you soften, people lean in instead of bracing. If you're dealing with family, landlords, or building management, diplomacy works better than escalation. If you're dealing with a contractor or a mover, confirm details in writing and attach photos. Your future self will thank you. Midweek, the light flips from look at me to let's get this done right. The focus moves to messages, forms, plans, and the way you speak about what you're building. It will feel like driving with headlights and fog on a road with speed bumps. You can still get where you're going. You just have to slow down, read the road, and respect the bumps. Expect requests for proof, receipts, timelines, references, documentation. Expect limits, deadlines that won't move, rules that aren't flexible, reviewers who are strict, mentors who challenge your claims. If you're working with teachers, lawyers, editors, or immigration offices, clarity matters more than charm. If you're traveling or applying for anything official, triple-check the checklist and assume one extra step will appear at the end. This isn't punishment. It's how the process protects you from avoidable mistakes. If you're a parent, a caregiver, or the person who holds the home together, the middle of the week asks for courage without bravado. You may feel pulled between your private sanctuary and public obligations. It can show up as a sick day, a school form, a neighbor issue, a repair that can't wait, a delivery that goes sideways, or an urgent need to rearrange a room so it finally works. You are good at this, turning chaos into care. Just remember that care includes your back, your sleep, and your boundaries. Take the call, fix the thing, then sit down and breathe. Your body needs that message as much as your family does. Thursday carries a quiet sense of closure. Some cancers will decide, without drama, I'm done with this. Done with the subscription. Done with the argument. Done with the attention game. Done with a way of eating, spending, or speaking that doesn't feel like home. If you've been holding your breath around money, you feel the truth rise. You don't need more noise. You need a plan that matches your values. For some, that means facing a hard reality. A bonus might be smaller than hoped. A gift may come with strings. A loan approval might slip. A family promise might be delayed. The pain here is clean. You can work with clean pain. You can't work with fog. Friday makes feelings louder, especially about voice and value. If you felt unseen at work or in a relationship, the urge to speak up grows. If you've been oversharing online to feel better, you realize attention isn't the same as connection. If you've been overspending to numb out, you realize your cart doesn't love you back. This is not a scolding. It is a moment of clarity. Some of you will have a very real money conversation with a partner, a parent, or a child. Some will sort a jewelry or gadget purchase that doesn't match the budget. Some will stand up to a friend who treats your skills like they're free. There's pride in your chest today. Let it be the kind that sets fair terms, not the kind that needs applause. Also on Friday, background tides shift. Dreams and ideals quietly reframe. The story you've been telling yourself about what a good life should look like starts to update. You won't post about this. You'll feel it when you're cooking, driving, or doing dishes. The simple things get heavy or light, and you can tell which is which. Honor that instinct. It is your truth catching up with your days. Saturday is where the pressure peaks. It's the gas and the brake at the same time. Home demands one thing, work demands another, a friend wants a third, your body asks for rest. If you force speed, you'll skid. If you slam the brakes, you'll stall. The way through is rhythm. Small moves, steady pace, kinder voice. If you're handling a landlord, a contractor, a family elder, or a neighbor dispute, keep it on paper and stay factual. If you're in a shaky relationship, avoid the fight that tries to solve 10 years in 10 minutes. If you work in a volatile industry, expect reviews, reshuffles, or changes in reporting lines. A minority of cancers could face something sharper: a role merged, an offer withdrawn, a project cut, or a rumor that disturbs the team. If that's you, document everything, save your work to your drive, and keep your network warm. You will not be blindsided if you are prepared. If nothing dramatic happens, you still feel the thump of stress under your ribcage. Go easy on caffeine, hydrate, eat actual meals, and get off screens an hour early. Tired minds make bad moves. Let's talk about trust and shared money, because that thread runs through the whole week. Joint accounts, loans, taxes, insurance claims, reimbursements, inheritances, shared passwords, the money you promised each other. The theme is simple: be transparent or pay the price. If you've been delaying a hard conversation, move it to this week and keep it clean. If you've been avoiding paperwork, start it now and set reminders. If you're in the middle of a breakup or a business split, expect the usual dance of who owes what. Some of you will discover a surprise line item on a joint card or a password you didn't share coming back to bite. A few of you will catch a red flag that saves you real pain later. A partner's story that doesn't add up. A friend's ask that seems off. A mentor who wants money to open doors. Believe what you see. Do not ignore your stomach. Now the most important part. By Sunday, the entire week narrows to one sharp point: how you plan, how you speak, how you reach out, and how you keep your word when you're tired. It feels like a reset. Power dips, lights flicker, then the room looks different. The old way of doing messages, errands, writing, pitching, and daily planning is over. The new way is simple, steady, and respectful of your limits. If you've been talking big and shipping little, you will shift to shipping small and often. If you've been letting other people's noise fill your day, you will carve out one quiet hour to focus. If you've been saying yes to everything, you'll learn to say, "I can't do that, but I can do this." And if you've been afraid to use your voice because you don't want to upset anyone, you'll find a sentence that is kind and firm at the same time. Your mind stops chasing approval. It starts building trust. Let's walk through every corner of life and tell the truth about risk and relief, so you can plan like an adult and breathe like someone who deserves ease. Your body and mood will be up and down early, steadier midweek, louder about money on Friday, and quiet but deep on Sunday. If you're prone to migraines, gut sensitivity, or sleep loss when under pressure, build in breaks before you think you need them. A short walk, real water, a stretch, a decent meal. You know the basics. Doing them is the skill. At home, expect logistics, furniture moves, repairs, landlord messages, or a debate about privacy, chores, or noise. If you're selling, buying, or moving, delays are likely, but smart documentation cuts through most of it. If a parent's health has been fragile, keep an eye on stress-related flare-ups. Book the checkup, sort the meds, and do not ignore small signs. For a few, a parent or elder could need more attention this week. Make a plan with siblings now rather than later. With money, stare at the boring parts. Some will spot an error, a duplicate charge, or a clause that costs more than expected. Some will have to admit a level of spending that doesn't match their values. A small number may face a sharp hit, a client who ghosts payment, a promised amount reduced, a security deposit withheld, a card compromised, or a speculative bet that dips harder than expected. If you're trading, don't chase. If you're tempted to hide a money mistake from your partner, don't. Clean truth now is cheaper than messy truth later. On the positive side, honest pricing, clear scope, and steady communication get you paid faster than charm this week. If you work in content, sales, teaching, writing, or customer support, this is your time to clean your voice. People will ask you to be concrete, respectful, and real. Vague words, copied templates, big claims, and fast promises backfire. Short, clear communication carries you. If you're a student, expect a tough grader to ask for citations and original thought. If you're applying for visas or paperwork, pad the timeline and prepare one extra document you think you won't need. In love, the week tests sincerity more than romance. If you are coupled, money talk will be necessary. Share numbers, not just feelings. If you've avoided a topic about in-laws, housing, or family roles, it's likely to come up. If you are dating, you may notice the difference between attention and care. Someone charming might be inconsistent. Someone quieter might be reliable. If you're healing, this week can shake loose a memory or a habit you're finally ready to release. A tiny number of you will face a trust breach, a message thread you weren't meant to see, a flirty DM that crosses a line, or a lie that surfaces. If it happens, don't minimize it. Ask for the truth and decide from there. Your peace is worth more than the plot twist. Career-wise, the strongest moves start at home. Rearrange the space where you work, fix the setup, simplify your tools. When your base feels solid, your output improves fast. Expect reviews, audits, or leadership decisions that tighten expectations. In some teams, a manager's style will clash with what's humane. Document. Stay factual. Support your peers. If you've been looking for a sign to update your portfolio, website, or bio, this is it. Quiet polish beats loud puffery. A small group will face a sharper reality, role changes, merged teams, or a position that evaporates. If you're in a shaky sector and your gut has been whispering, honor the whisper. Refresh your resume, ping your network, and line up options. You're not being negative. You're being a grown-up. Friends and networks can be bouncy. A community you counted on may surprise you. An online space may sour. A group chat may split. If you feel the urge to post a hot take, don't. Sleep on it. If you feel pressure to join a pylon, don't. You will not regret choosing kindness, even if no one claps. Underneath all of this sits one simple meaning. This week asks you to trade the illusion of control for the truth of care. Care for your home so it cares for you back. Care for your money so it serves your values. Care for your words so they build trust, not noise. Care for your nervous system so it can carry your heart. The why behind any suffering you meet isn't cosmic punishment. It's instruction. Life is showing you where you've been guessing, rushing, or pretending. Life is asking you to move slower, speak cleaner, and choose habits that feel like shelter. End with one choice on Sunday night. Pick a single habit that protects your peace and do it for 7 days. Maybe it's writing a one-page plan before opening messages. Maybe it's a 1-hour window every day without notifications. Maybe it's one sentence you'll use when someone pushes past your boundary. I can't do that, but I can do this. Keep it small, keep it real. You don't need to win the week with a grand gesture. You need to own the week with a promise you can keep. That promise is the bridge, and you're already crossing.